Welcome to the product tutorials on how to create default time-off policies for the new users that you add in Replicon. I'm now logged into the Replicon instance. In Replicon, you can have default policies set up that automatically get assigned to the new users that you add in Replicon. In order to set these default policies, go to Administration and click on Time-off types available under the Time-off section. These default policies are specific to the time-off type. So choose one time-off type for which you would want this default policy to be set up for. You would see the default policy for new users section available at the bottom. The first field says policy type. Click on the drop down and decide if you want initial policy only or set of policy based on the user's anniversary. If you choose initial policy only, then you can assign only one policy which will continue till you manually change or assign a further policy to the user. The second, which is set to policies based on the user's anniversary, starts on the start date of the user and you can assign as many years and months of policy as you wish for. Let's look at both of these one by one. If you choose initial policy only, you would see the balance, accrue, reset and advance field here. Balance field is used to set a certain hours or days of balance that the new user should start this time-off type with. If you click on the drop down, you would see further options like set to, carry up to and previous balance. You can choose set to and define the number of hours. Carry up to and previous balance are used when you have previous policies and you would like the previous balance to be carried up to or the exact previous balance to be set. So let's set this to 10 hours. Coming over to accrue. You can decide when do you want the user to accrue the hours. If you click on the drop down, you would see the options like weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, monthly, semi-annually and yearly. Based on what you select, you would get the further options. Say for example, you select bi-weekly. You would then choose on which day do you want the accrual to happen and by how many hours would you like the accrual to happen. Similarly, if you choose semi-annually, you can actually decide when in the year would you like the accrual to happen. And then you can decide the date on which the accrual should happen. And then the number of hours that the accrual will take place with. You will see a prorate the beginning and end of the policy option here. You can check this option if the start date of the user is not the first day of the year. So the balance can be prorated. Once you set the accrual, you can set the reset in a similar way, which is weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, monthly, semi-annually or yearly. Based on what you select, you will get the further options. You can now decide whether you would like to carry up to some hours or you would like to have a certain set to hours in your reset. Let's set this to 20 hours bi-weekly on every Sunday. And the finally option that you see here is the advanced option. You can choose whether you want your entire policy to be set up in days or hours here. So choose days if you would like to do so. And then you can check the box of limit maximum balance. That is, how much of carry up to or how much of maximum balance can a user accrue or reset or have in the policy. You can also define the maximum overdraw below which the policy should not be taken. Once you set up this policy and save, this policy gets assigned to any new user that you add in Replicon. This is how you can set up default policies in Replicon. Thank you for watching the video. Did you know that you can now get in touch with Replicon using the Replicon community? In order to access the Replicon community, go to the Replicon website and click on Customer Zone available at the top. Click on Community available here and you would be taken to the Replicon community page. You can now sign in or register and post any questions, queries, ideas, or report any issues, and one of our product management team members or a Replicon representative will get in touch with you immediately.